So, a week from tomorrow, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are expected to be sworn in officially as the new president and vice president of the United States. Now, there's a lot of people that are happy this moment's going to be happening because they feel that it's going to, basically signal a fresh new start for this country, and hopefully it'll allow us to get back on track, just like we were before Donald Trump came into office. However, there are those that whether they like Joe Biden being the new president or they're kind of on the edge of it, kind of like in the middle, or they don't. And I've mentioned this before in other videos. Basically, there are those kind of people that are also conspiracists and theorists and speculators. And basically, I bring all this up because of the fact that these are the kind of people that, like I said, although they may be happy Biden and Harris are going to be leading the country for the next 4 years, even they would have to say that something is a little off about what's going on. Not with Biden and Harris, mind you, but with the news media, with the news outlets. Because there's some things going on that even they would agree is too coincidental. Like right now, Donald Trump is on the verge of either being impeached or being allowed to finish up his presidential term within the next week. And a lot of people look at the fact that because of what happened at the Capitol about a week ago, and the fact that Donald Trump is being deemed as one of the most controversial presidents we've ever had, probably top of the list, if you will, a lot of people would look at this and look at the sudden increase of virus cases across the country, and they would say that something is rotten in Denmark. Something just doesn't add up. Because there are some numbers that get reported, when it comes to the virus cases, mostly those, passing, dying from it, that people would find to be too ridiculous, too astronomical to be real or to be true. And those kind of people would basically speculate or come up with the theory, the speculation, if you will, that the moment Harris and Biden are sworn in, that within 24 to 48 hours after that, you'll start seeing a lot of the news outlets across the country, nationwide, locally, and all that, start suddenly reporting of a sudden decrease in virus cases. Like the virus is suddenly diminishing. Or the cases are diminishing. Things are getting better. And the reason people feel and believe that that's a possibility, like I said, is due to the fact that Donald Trump right now is in office, refusing to resign, accept impeachment, stuff like that. But the reason people believe that this will happen, that news outlets locally and nationwide will start reporting that, of decreases, things getting better and all that, is because a week from this Thursday and Friday, Donald Trump will no longer be president, Joe Biden will be. And that to them would seem too coincidental, something just doesn't seem to add up in their opinion. Now, again, this is all just mere speculation, on my part as to what I feel, in my opinion, people are thinking about right now because of what's going on. But also the fact that, people do have, as I say a lot of times, a right to their opinions. And a lot of them have the opinion that this is something that potentially could happen within the next week or so, mainly around, let's say, the second to last weekend of this month. But the question is basically, though, why would people believe this? And again, I think it's the fact that they look at the news outlets out there that have been against Trump since about since his term started back in 2017 officially. And they look at these news outlets from CNN to NBC to ABC, CBS, Fox News in a sense, somewhat Newsmax, and One American Network as well. All these news outlets. And they look at the fact that some of these, a majority of them, if not some of them, have been against, or some of the members, I should say, the journalists, reporters, and all that, have been against Trump, that the moment he is out, a lot of them feel that those news outlets, nationwide and locally, will suddenly report a decrease in virus cases in the state, or in the state that they're located in, or in the nation if it's a nationwide news source, like, let's say, MSNBC or CBS or Fox News, stuff like that. This is why, again, a lot of people feel it would be too coincidental that all of a sudden we'll see a sudden decrease. Now, like I said, I'm not, now hear me out. What I'm trying to say is hear me out. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying that's a possibility, because I'm sure a lot of these news outlets are smarter than that. They realize that, hey, if we suddenly announce a decrease in the virus cases and all that 24 to 48 hours after Biden and Harris are sworn in, then it's going to make us look like there's something up, like we've been lying to the people, to the populace for the whole time about this virus and about the number of cases, going up. So obviously they have to be, these news outlets have to be smarter than that and not play the cards, if you will, just yet, but play them at the appropriate time. Again, this is just my opinion of what I see possibly happening, or my opinion basically of how I feel others are possibly seeing something happening because of this, in the long run. But as I say in a lot of my videos, we'll have to wait and see what the end result is. I mean, because I can tell you this honestly, if there's just one news outlet, that major nationwide news outlet, or even locally, that comes out and suddenly starts reporting within 24 to 48 hours after Biden is sworn in, if that news outlet suddenly reports a decrease in virus cases in their state, if not the country, then that's all the populace needs. That's all those conspiracy theorists and speculators and theorists are going to need to basically say, yeah, something's up. Something doesn't add up, because suddenly we're seeing a decrease. It'll be enough for them to basically point out that the news media cannot be trusted anymore with the news. So, to me, like I said, it's a wait and see kind of situation. But this is just my opinion of what I feel a lot of people believe is going to happen. I hope it's not. I hope that the news media doesn't, do something like this, because it will make them look a little suspicious, during this whole situation. So hopefully they don't do that, and hopefully, things will be getting back to a little bit of normalcy, as we enter this new 4-year term of Biden and Harris. And we'll just have to see what happens. But again, if the news outlets, do this, then yeah, it's going to make them look really suspicious in the eyes of a lot of folks. I could tell you that honestly right now. But let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Do you think it would be too coincidental if that happened? Comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care.